Hello and welcome. My name is Shayna Dowling and I'm an artist and educator with the San Diego Museum of Art. We're about to take a look at a piece titled In the Vortex by Ana de Alvear. In it, she explores the cosmic phenomenon of black holes. Afterwards, I hope you'll join me in my demonstration where I will show you how to paint your very own watercolor night skyscape. In Ana de Alvear's current show at the museum, a diptych titled In the Vortex explores time in drawing by depicting a cosmic black hole in two spectrums. Each wall drawing measures 9 feet by 21 feet, and the 50 smaller pieces of paper that make up each image are held to the wall by magnets. Alvear masterfully renders the drawings with colored pencil to the degree that they look like photos. This diptych presents us with two opposite ways of seeing something. It makes us question if we really know or understand what we are looking at. As the artist states, a black hole isn't really a hole at all. Is it? The first step in creating our watercolor inspired by Ana de Alvear's In the Forced Vortex will be adding a resist to our watercolor paper. You can use crayon, oil pastel, or a medium called masking fluid. All three of these materials will effectively keep parts of your paper from absorbing the paint. We'll add this material to the surface in dot shapes, and because we're using a resist material, it will stay white. These white spots are going to become our stars. If you decide to use the masking fluid, you'll need to apply it with a brush. I would suggest a 0 or smaller, and wait at least 20 minutes for the fluid to dry before you paint. You'll shake your masking fluid up first, dip your brush in, and add your dots to the surface. For the next step in our painting, we're going to be adding some color to the background to create some wavy lines, splotches, and blobs that reference perhaps the Milky Way or nebulas. And for this step, you will need watercolor, a paintbrush, and a cup of water. Remember, if you used the masking fluid, you need to wait at least 15 to 20 minutes before you start this step. But if you used the crayon or the oil pastel, you can begin right away. So I'm going to start by adding some blues, reds, and purples. And I'm going to be using the paints while they're still wet side by side, and this allows the colors to bleed and blend together. For the next step, I'm going to add black to the background of my sky. And it's important to do this part while your color is still wet so that the black can blend into the colored areas as well. Now that my watercolor has dried, I'm going to remove my masking fluid dots with a soft eraser. And I'm just gonna go in a sort of circular but very light pressure rubbing motion, and the little gummy rubbery masking fluid bits will start to release themselves from the paper. You really don't want to push too hard, because if you do, you'll start to remove some of the watercolor paint. At this point, you can consider your watercolor composition done, and I think it turned out pretty beautiful. So first off, to use our pearlescent watercolor, it's very similar to a regular watercolor. We just mix them with paint and add it to the surface. I would suggest using a brush that's a little bit larger, maybe a 4 or a 6, and creating some organic wavy lines on top of your colored areas. This paint doesn't work super well just on white paper, but when you use it on top of areas that are already colored, it gives it a glittery, shimmery feel. So we've added our shimmer. Ooh. Ah. And lastly, for our phosphorescent ink, I suggest using a small brush so you can really control where you put this material. It shows up in a slightly cloudy white color, and it's similar to paint. You'll use a brush to apply it. Again, I recommend a pretty small brush, like the same you would have used with your masking fluid. So a 0 or smaller. I'm just gonna tap some of this on top of my stars that I want to glow in the dark. Once you let your watercolor dry, you can charge the phosphorescent ink by holding it under a really bright light. And once you do that for about 30 seconds to a minute, you can bring your painting into a dark space and you will see your stars glowing. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed our painting. And if you want to see some of Ana de Alvear's other work, you can go to the museum from June 18th through September 27th. She has works like In the Vortex on View, as well as many other really beautiful photorealistic drawings. You can also see her work on our SDMA app, anytime, anywhere. All right, thanks for joining us. Have a good day.